Hello, fellow collectors and resellers. This is episode number 2 of my Elevate eBay series, where I share tips and tricks that are more on the intermediate side, not something that you're going to do for the first item you sell, but after you continue to sell and you want to become more efficient, you may consider these tricks for your own eBay shop. Today we're going to be talking about HTML descriptions, so let's jump right in. Now, you might be familiar with the Sell Now feature on eBay where you just simply create a listing and you fill out some items. Let's just go ahead and say, I don't know, Mike Trout 2011 Topps Update, number US 175, rookie. You might be doing listings this way. You might be picking from some suggested fields or so that they have on eBay from other sellers like yourself going through and clicking these buttons. This is not a real listing that I'm going to make tonight. I did just sell one of these this morning, and that is why it is fresh on my mind. But as you go through this, you got your pictures, you got your information. Some of this is helpful, some of it isn't by default. But if you've been doing this, you come down to this description field, and maybe it's a little bit tedious. And so you might just say, nice card, shipped in a bubble mailer, and you can see I even kind of capitalized it wrong. And that takes time. And you can only imagine just how much of this information is common and consistent across all your listings. And so my recommendation, and what I've been doing for years now, is use a boilerplate HTML formatted description for all of your listings. And the simplest level that you can do this is to copy and paste a boilerplate description into all your listings if this is how you list things. And then we'll talk about where it becomes more powerful when you start using these bulk upload features, as well as some other batch listing opportunities that eBay provides. You don't have to list things this way, I guess, is what I am saying. If you do not have any skill with web design or HTML, let this feature be your friend, because they are going to help you do that HTML formatting in kind of a text wrapper here. There are other websites that can do it, but you might as well just use theirs being eBay's. And so you could say like shipping policy. I offer 1-day handling, and you could do payment. Please pay within 3 days of all auctions. You get my drift. It would not be fun to watch me type all of this stuff, but eBay has these handy bold italics, fonts, what have you, and this is what you want. This is what you can fill out for your policies, for your business practices. Now, the trick here is go ahead and just click that Show HTML Code. If you're unfamiliar with HTML, it's really common for designing websites and things like that. And so if you have this, you can simply copy it to your clipboard, and you could save it to, say, a note file on your computer. That way, anytime you want to copy and paste it, then you can access it from that. Just to show you the one I use, and I will make this exact one or one very similar available on the comments and description, so you can go ahead and steal this if you would like. I'm giving you permission, but here is what mine looks like. So this looks like a bunch of jargon, not readable really, but when you paste it in there and you show it as it displays, it seems nicely presented. And this is just one step above your entry-level eBay store seller. Not that impressive. I'm not trying to say this is. In fact, I've even noticed an update. I used to offer a 25% discount, but now I offer a 33% discount. And so I can go ahead and save this, and I'll show you here in a few minutes, but all my future listings will include that update. So it's really nifty to do it this way. And if you're an entry-level seller, you can go ahead and just copy and paste it in. I'll display what this looks like a little bit. I got something about a sales pitch, talking about a discount here, shipping, talk about how I ship things, and handling, returns, condition. You get the gist of what I'm saying. All of these apply to all my listings. So that is one way to do it. You could use an online converter tool too, but I do recommend this. This saves you a lot of time. Even if you are just starting out and you're just copying and pasting, it's still not the most efficient you can get, but it's a huge step forward for you to save time on your listings. That way you're not spending precious seconds or minutes on very basic vanilla information that is common across the board. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I use it. I have my hits lister Google Sheets template for 2 mini bulk lots, or 2 mini player lots from a bulk purchase that I made, Mark McGuire and Joe Mauer. And you can see here, I'm going to list these lots of 6 cards. These are lots of 6, and I'm going to list them. I'll also just add some entry-level text in the starting description field just to show you how these appear. And not the most elegant of verbiage there, but that's okay. This is a demo. These will go live to my store. So you see this description. I've saved that with the updates. I have also in advance, in addition to writing these details about the cards, I have taken scans of each of these cards, and this is what will be put together into my lot images and then uploaded to eBay. So I can go to my handy dandy Python script and go ahead and run this file. It's going to ask me, as always, for the image prefix, which is talking about my default prefix. Today's date, April 29th, 2025. That is the correct one. And then in the background, it is going to convert all of these codes. For instance, you might imagine OAK stands for Oakland. Oakland Athletics, STL is St. Louis Cardinals, I stands for insert, and these are the products. 2019 Topps Update, 2014 Topps, 2014 Topps Stadium Club, 88 Topps, 88 Fleer. And this makes it easy for me to actually type these out. It really doesn't take too much time. And then it'll read those images and go through 1 through 12 in this folder, and it'll stitch those together. Right now you can see them. It actually saves them locally. This is a feature that's available on this program. Really the most efficient way is just to push these straight as image arrays and bytes straight to my AWS S3 bucket. So that is in the works. Right now I just have it save it locally because, hey, that happens to be the easiest way forward. But makes these fun little front and back images. This is probably overkill for such a low dollar lot, but it really doesn't take much more time than scanning. In fact, in the time that I'm recording this video is when it's putting these together. And you can see in the background, it is uploading the images to AWS, which is what allows eBay to find those. I'm getting a little bit off topic here, but it's kind of all related. Really, the purpose here is to show you that HTML description. And if you're unfamiliar with the bulk upload feature, really nifty, allows you to put a spreadsheet and get multiple items up there in one fell swoop. And that's what we're going to do after this finishes. We are going to upload both the Mark McGuire lot and the Joe Mauer lot directly to eBay with our handy dandy boilerplate description as part of that. You can see here it completed. I skipped ahead. Really, when I'm doing this on my own and not recording a video, this is when I refill my glass or respond to emails or search for stuff to purchase, and it's hands off. The machine, the code is doing the work for me. So thanks for sticking through that little skip, but we have the file ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose file here. Thankfully, or not thankfully, I should say, eBay does not default to where I typically upload these from, but you can see this happened a minute ago. We're going to go ahead and go to mobile to see how these things show up on eBay with the description. So let me sort by newly listed. You can do this on the desktop too. I just find it a little bit more convenient on mobile. And hey, here we go. Here is our Joe Mauer insert lot. You can see it generated the title for me with some additional keywords that I did not have to type. This was the only input I provided as far as text goes. And then we had those scans, of course. Now, let's go ahead and look at this description. And boom, it has that starting description, Hall of Famer Joe Mauer cards, and it has my boilerplate. What you didn't see in that description.txt file is actually some additional boilerplate that I use for lots. This is where it says exact cards are pictured, cards are in excellent, noticeable wear. This is really just liability, talking about the eBay policies. And it adds this for my lots listings. And then starting here with interested in more cards for my store, that's where the basic description for all listings, including singles, is stored. And you can see the update easily included to 33%. So that's why I really, really like the text file being used. So there you have it. Hope that helps. I really think this is a nice step forward compared to just typing things out. It's a big time saver, and it kind of does help on the liability front where you can explain your policies clearly and help buyers really know what they're buying when they come to your store. Thanks for this checking out this video, I should say, and we'll be here with more content. So go ahead and please subscribe to the channel if you found this helpful. See ya.